Let's get our guest speaker up here, which I'm really excited about hearing him speak. Last week, he did a phenomenal job. I mean, he opened my eyes up to so many different possibilities and going online and looking at different groups you can sign up for locally in your area. And matter of fact, let me give a little background on him. Some of you may have, I'm pretty sure most of us have heard him speak before, but there might be a few new ones. But he used to be a fire captain in the Fresno area and done such a great job with his lovely wife. And you know what? As a fire captain, one day he came in, they cut his pay, Dale Ranson, by $5,000 a month. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just stop there for a second. What would you do if your pay was cut $5,000 a month? What would you do, Mr. Michael? Would that be a panic for you, this David Enlow? You would start thinking, okay, I need a backup. I need a backup. His lovely wife, good friend of hers, introduced them to the ACN opportunity. They saw it for what it was. They jumped on, and they've been on 8 years, and they've been running like crazy. They popped several RDs as well. I think they're one or two away from getting it all wrapped up to RVP. And he talked last week, was a phenomenal week. He talked about last week's topic was what? Networking to win. Networking to win. So I can't wait to hear with bated breath what the subject is today. So without further ado, from Fresno, California, can we give a warm welcome to the none other every Thursday this month, Mr. Chris King.
Welcome, everybody. Good to have you guys on the call. And thank you, Mr. Thomas, for putting this platform together and allowing us to speak on here and speak from our hearts. Big shout out to our military and our first responders for the job that they're doing out there, and keep them in prayer for their safety. All right, guys, we talked a little bit last week about some of the networking groups. Today, we're going to take it. It's just going to be more of a personal something you can do from home on your phone. I think everybody on here has got one of these. Most of you are on one of these things trying to watch this. So with that being said, anyway, we're going to talk about reaching out today. And reaching out to potential customers and business partners alike. And we do it on a lot of different platforms. One of the bigger platforms that we've used in the past before, Rose and I, and you guys, just a heads up, you might want to get your camera ready so you can take some photos or some screenshots, because I'm going to put up some stuff so you can check it out and see it and have it, versus trying to write it all, because it would take too much time. So anyway, we first started reaching out to people and trying to gain customers and business partners, and more so customers that we were hoping to work into business partners was through social media. Now the ACM platform has brought the two amazing people that are talking about doing it a little bit different way, which is building a trust or a network of people that listen to you and pay attention to you. Okay. And then how you can kind of a back door open some arenas so you can acquire customers and stuff like that. So, but in the old days, guys, we used to get on social media, right? And how we would get to like groups. So, you know, me, I guess I'm not a techie, so I get in and I start liking all these groups. And apparently I liked too many groups at one time, and they shut my account down. So it's like, I'm just trying to do what, we had some people kind of showing us the way that were actually working in ACN at the time, and a couple of good guys. And they're like, oh no, Chris, you can only do about 10 a day. So well, that's good news. I could use that last week. So I had to wait like 10 days to get my account back on. Once it got on, then I started doing it more in a respected manner. But you'd go through these groups, and what I'd do is I would block everybody that sold TV. Everybody. I didn't care who you were. You were ACN, you were not ACN, you sold TV, you got blocked. So they couldn't see my post. And the reason for that is if they saw your post, they would post something negative on there. And now you got to explain everything like, no, it's not negative. So to avoid that concept of having to do all that and these people trying to pin you as a bad person or serving a scam, you just block them. And here's what I would do. So we did that, and here's what I would post. So I want you guys to see this. So this is what I do. After I blocked y'all, because y'all on ACN, in this group. And so this is what I would put. Best TV and internet deal ever. If you're ready to start saving money, here it is. Take a picture of it if you want. You guys use it as much as you want. Okay, that's it. And that's what we would do. And we would get customers, right? So we would get some customers, but here's what's interesting. I didn't build any trust with these people. None at all. So we would lose customers as fast as we get them. Yeah, some would stick around because they were in a contract, but I'm going to tell you what, straight up, other people didn't care if they were in a contract. They would burn their bridge with, so okay, it didn't directly say Dish or Direct. So, but these people would straight burn their bridge with Direct. Well, all they do is use another name in the family, like their kid's name or their grandma or their mom, their dad. That's all they do. They stroll around with that. So, all right. So, with that being said, that system is hard, but it's not impossible. So you can get customers. The guy who was teaching us this, that was in ACN, had a grip of customers. Mr. Thomas remembers who that was. But you understand this right here, that technique, if you guys saw that, is considered a shotgun blast. You're just spraying everybody with a BB, a little bit. You're not hitting a solid keynote on them. What happens if you don't get TV through me? It's not hitting any of those pain points. So then we use this for a while, but with the lack of trust that's built, the customers didn't stay like they do like with a family member, because the family member trusts you, okay? For the most part, all right? Those people are out there, and I know I've got some of those family members. So then again, but it's reevaluating. And these guys coached us through this, and they really helped us out. It was nice. So we're still trying to figure some things out. How do we get a customer for, like Mr. Thomas talked about the other day on our leadership call, a Vivint customer that's like on average for 10 years? How do we do that? Or even, longer, right? So what has been working for us? So this is where the reaching out part comes. What's been working for us here is reaching out to individuals via private message. Okay, so that means being on social media for a specific purpose for a specific amount of time. Because if any of y'all like me, all I got to do is have one barbecue Facebook page, and I'm watching it. Guy's making ribs. He's making shit. I mean, these guys make some stuff. The other day, I learned how to do armadillo eggs. So don't get caught up. So be specific on your time. Set a timer if you have to. When that timer goes off, you hang up on it. But you've got to go in with specific things in mind if you're looking for somebody. I'm going to give you some ideas here in a little bit. You guys will see this is all working together. So what is working? So the individual reaching out to somebody in a private message. Okay. Now, if you're going to use social media, I have to a question, because social media, you see a lot of it. What do you think people listen to on social media more or read more? Do you think they read the article that I put on there? Or do you think they would watch a video of me talking about it more? What would they do more? Right, the video. So it's like the other day, helping our team, young lady had was talking about, and she's amazing in her TV, internet, all those home essential services and business, and she's money with that. And you got problems in those areas, you talk to her. And the other gentleman is a professional with Vivint Home Security. I mean, this dude knows the Vivint in and out. And we start telling him, become the expert. So with the young lady, it's like, do a video of yourself. Don't, because they always talk about what can I put on social media to get customers. Like, don't put anything in writing, do a short little video. So we're showing them how to do a short little video. Now you can do this on Zoom. So Rose makes a lot of the videos that she makes for her Saturday trainings that she did on Zoom. So that is possible. It's not hard to figure out. We figured it out. Anybody else can. So use a Zoom, use a record button, go Facebook Live, whatever you guys do, but do it live. And you guys are gonna, here's what's crazy. You guys are gonna suck at first, but you're gonna get better. And then you're gonna get better, then you get better. And then you're gonna be teaching somebody and your team how to do it. Mr. Thomas is gonna have you on a call talking about this. So don't worry about getting how bad it is. People don't say, oh, this guy sucks talking, or this lady's this dude. They're like, what has she got to say? Wait a minute. This kind of makes sense. Even though you think you suck, and you probably do, because I did, they still going to hit a point someplace. Okay. So reaching out's huge. So those methods there, if you're going to reach out with social media, do a video, play around with it. And here's what's crazy. If you're going to do that, here's what's nice. Why don't you send that to somebody? Hey, say you know Jabri really well, okay? Or so you know Miss Black real well. Hey, Miss Black, how does this sound? And send her the video. Send her the flyer that you made. Send it to her. Like, ooh, that caught my attention. I like that. Or you said this too many times. Take that out, and it'll be good. So send it to somebody. It's like having a teacher for your English. You know, you turn it in, you get graded. And this is not about how bad it is. It's about how good you can be. Okay. So don't take it wrong. Let me just take like, hey, how can I make this better? And then send it out. Because I would rather have someone that I know it's in business with me tell me, hey, Chris, fix this first before you send it out. Like, oh, wow, I didn't even see that. You caught that. Thank you, Miss Black. And then boom, fix it and send it out, versus having the person I send it to is like, dude, is this your third grade program? Is this something you're doing? You back in grade school? Because then it makes you look like you're, try and fix those little things there that makes it look a little bit more professional. Okay. So now, reaching out specifically. Now, the one thing that I recommend if you're going to reach out is, I don't know how many of y'all on here are on Nextdoor app. Are you guys on Nextdoor? Yeah, Mr. Rick's on Nextdoor, even all the way over there in Hawaii. Right? So here's what's nice about Nextdoor. See, Facebook talks about a whole conglomerate of other things. Now people get political, they can post stuff like that. Nextdoor's more personal. And you're getting video on there, and it's like, hey, did anybody in my neighborhood on this street right here see a guy in a white t-shirt with red shorts and blue tennis shoes? And then it shows a picture of him in the video. He's walking around looking in cars. Someone stole my husband's equipment out of his truck last night. Someone doorbell ditched me. Can you believe the energy prices right now? Is anybody else having energy prices issues? So they're more specific about business and home issues that are going on. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to see a grip of lost dogs and lost kitties. I even saw a lost parakeet a couple of weeks ago. But go in the Nextdoor, be specific about it. I don't even read the whole article. I go in there and like, ooh, someone got robbed. Okay, what was it? And then I send them something. Okay, and I'm going to show you these things here in a little bit about just the simple things I do. And plus two, another thing too, other people are looking for help in there. Here's where the trust develops. What are you doing? Like they talk about liking people's content and social media. So what are you doing to add value to people? Because people are going to be asking questions. Hey, who's a good bug man? And I'll show you what I did with that one. Hey, who knows a good construction guy, handyman? Okay. So people are asking questions on there. Who do you use as a home security? I need cameras. It's all over, guys. Nextdoor, and like I say, set your time frame up on it and do it that way. Okay. So, but yeah, when you start getting people in there asking about, hey, there's prowlers. Hey, I had my identity thefts, hacked, you name it. And guys, that's our backyard. That's everything that we sell. Everything. So yeah, I'm telling you, it's there waiting for you. It's a big old juicy steak, whether you like steak or not. Big and fat and juicy. So, but here's an important thing too. Now you start posting this stuff on social media. You start setting things up in Nextdoor. It's all social media really. But how often do you evaluate your posts? We used to do this all the time when we were on social media. So evaluating the post and our actions and our situations. Okay, this should be all the time. I know I don't do it all the time. Rose is great at this, but I don't do it all the time. And what are the results you're getting? How can you critique it? How can you do, better it up a little bit, and plus two, that's considered a new post, even though it's the same thing, but you just you can reword it. So what are the results you're getting? What could you have done better? And that, again, I put on here is that's when you ask others and send them the videos and the posts and ask for their opinions. Mr. Jabri, Mr. Thomas, myself. Hey, Chris, would you buy from me? It's like, hey, it's actually pretty good. Can I use it? So, taking advantage of that. I can't tell you how much stuff that we used in Mr. Thomas, his little flyers. I can't remember what they say right now, but we still got those little flyers running around that we leave here and there. So evaluate and use each other's stuff. We don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time. But here's the question I have for you guys. Does everybody really know that the people that does everybody really know what you do? I mean, do they have, do you tell everybody all the time? Right? Let me read you a text here. You guys are going to like this. This is some information that the wife sent me. So everybody knows what a top influencer is, right? On social media, a top influencer, right? I am not, but a top influencer. This might be a little more desirable for you to talk more about what you do. The annual salary of a top influencer is $86,500 average. What is that? $7,200 a month? Not bad. Anybody use an extra $7,000 a month? A 75 percentile still makes $75,000 or $6,200 a month. That's a lot of money. So do people really know what you do? Now, the question is, would you rather you hear someone, so say someone got TV. You're like, oh man, Mr. Thomas, I sold TV. Would you rather Mr. Thomas say, I forgot you sold services, or I didn't know you sold services? Because that I didn't know you sold services is a kick in the freaking nut. Sorry to bring it up that way. It will deflate your boat like nothing else. We actually had people quit the business on our team because someone didn't get something through them, but the person never knew they sold it. First question is, well, when did you tell them you sold it? Oh, well, I really didn't, but this thing, and I'm just like, man. Which pill's easier to swallow? I mean, I'm telling you what, it's like, man, dude, hey, I forgot. Hey, that's cool, dude. You'll remember next time. I'll tell you what, most of the time they do remember next time because they feel bad about it. So, yeah, but do people know what you do? Another thing about private messages, has anyone thought about, did everyone get the promo this week about Flash Wireless? Or Vivint, I'm sorry, Vivint. Everybody get that little new little promo? They sent it out. It's down too far, so I can't find it. But it was like the new special. And I think it ends on the whatever date it was. Right? You guys all get that from Vivint? If you don't, get logged in so you get that sent to you all the time. Yeah, Rick got it, right? So here it is. Question. What if you sent that special to 10 people? Private message. Not blasted. Hey, everybody, Vivint's on sale. 10 people. Now, don't use the same 10 people all the time and pay attention to who is looking for Vivint. I don't think I have 10, but I know there's at least 6 people that I know that, like, hey, if any specials come across Vivint, because I've talked to them about it, let me know. Hey, no problem, boss. So when it comes up, hey, Rick, it's Chris, man. Hey, I just want you to see this flyer. New special right now. Now, I don't call Mr. Thomas as a friend, but hey, Mr. Thomas, hey, you talked about Vivint in your house. Here's a killer special. Let me know, right? Let people know what you do. Let people know what I do. And don't just ask what they can do for you. So here's the kicker. Here's where your connection, here's your trust is. if I knew Mr. Thomas was in business, or I knew Rick did something, and it's not just, hey, here's Vivid, what can you do for me? It's like, hey, Rick, hey, here's that special we talked about. And if there's anything I can do for you in your business, let me know. Okay. If they don't have a business, they're workers or whatever, retired or whatever, it says, hey, if there's anything you need, let me know. Can I pray for you? Whatever it is. This is a giver's game. Come with that information that you're willing to do something. Remember in the old days, guy, and I'm telling you, in the old days, they would talk about that in ACN. I'll tell you guys a crazy story. So this guy says, hey, I'm trying to get a promo. I need to just 2 more customers. Would you do me a huge favor and become my customer? I'll do anything. Wash your car, whatever. And the guy goes, will you wash my cat? The guy goes, yeah, I'll wash your cat. he became a customer. The guy held him to it. He watched his cat got scratched up a little, but it was worth it. He made residual income off that guy for years. So what are you willing to do? Right? It's not just about what they're going to be doing for you. What can I do for you? Be that individual. Be that person. You see what's on there. You see what the potential is for income with the referrals. Be a top influencer. Be the top influencer. Don't be the social media guy like, crap. What's freaking Miss Black selling today? Then they start avoiding you. Not everybody sees your text anyway. So be the person that they can reach out to for prayer, for help, for just a talk. Because it all comes back to you in the end. Zig Ziglar says it. When you do enough things for other people to get what they want, you get what you want. So guys, be that blessing today. The bucket list, hold on a sec here. I had information coming from a high reliable source. And no, that was it. So yeah, I thought headquarters had sent me a text message or something to say. But guys, here's what we talked about earlier. So let me go back to this. So I want to show you guys what I post up for people on social media. Okay. So this was from the Nextdoor app. I don't have what they say, but I have what I said. So this is Miss Nichols. Have no idea who she is. So this is all cold market. Hello, Trish. Checking prices on all that stuff with Rose. She's helped me and a lot of friends get their monthly bill spending down. Her number is, she does a lot of wholesale pricing because she doesn't have employees she has to pay. There's a little something I sent out. Okay, so let's see here. Here's Marvin. Hello, Marvin. I have a friend. Now, this is, I asked him for his permission first, who helped me out with Dish and actually gave me wholesale rates because she's a distributor. Would you like her phone number? Yes, please. Boom. There it is. Here's Miss Becky. Hello, Becky. Give Rose a call. She was able to offer a lot of wholesale pricing for me and others for TV and internet and other stuff. It's worth your time. Her number is, I didn't ask for permission on that one. I ask for permission more nowadays. Here's another one. Hello, Sandy. Who's your provider? A friend of mine does that stuff, and it's cheaper because she doesn't have employees that she has to pay. Would you like her info? Sure. Her name is Rose. Permission. And here's what I was talking about the first time is, hello, Jenny. Sorry to hear about your bugs. I will tell you that Jim at CSI kills all my bugs. She's like, thank you. We're waiting for her to ask for information, but she never did. But still, adding value to somebody. So those are the ideas on Nextdoor. It's super. It doesn't have to be scripted. It's just super simple. But here's what it finds somebody. So when the energy prices here locally in Fresno did this, we read about here with PG&E, and they did this. Boom. We had a good separation. So we posted it on social media on Nextdoor. And everybody on Nextdoor was complaining about gas prices, right? So instead of being the expert, we gave it to other people. So if y'all know Miss Evelyn put it off on Rose. Hey, Miss hey, Miss Rose really helped me out and she does wholesale prices. But then Miss Rose would have to put it on Evelyn's business. So we got customers. And I think Sal, I mean, Mr. Thomas met Sal. Sal was putting it off on Evelyn. So yeah, find someone you can work with. It's basically a third party. So you're elevating them. Because when you're the salesman, sometimes we start that salesman and warning flag goes up. Oh, another salesman. Okay. So now you have an idea, guys. Next door is going to get fat again because PG&E, if you guys are in a PG&E market, is already talking about a 23% increase on top of the one they just did last month in January. So prices are going to go up and you're going to be sitting pretty again. Bob, even you will be sitting pretty. So with that being said, guys, that's the stuff. Reach out to your people, get talking to them, guys. It will pay you.